Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Karen, Lavender Clothesline, and I am over the moon, super excited today because today starts the haul for the last shopping trip that I did. Now let me just say that this is the Goodwill in Lancaster on Route 30. I always share my sources, well almost always. There's a few times I keep things a secret if it's going to be a buy where I don't want the competition. But in regular thrift stores, I love seeing you guys out and about shopping with me, so I'm never afraid to share where I source. And this great haul, which I'm sure you'll see in the thumbnail, was from one trip, the first day that Goodwill on Route 30 in Lancaster opened. I went in on Friday, first one in the door, as always. And yeah, I just got treasure. So as usual, some of it will be low dollar, some of it, I think I might have a few woohoos, very excited for that. So grab yourself a cup of tea and let's get started. So before me starting to film the footage you're going to see here, I had already filled 2 carts to the brim with items. The reason that I'm filming after the fact is that I realized how filled the shelves were and really wanted to secure items for my store. But let's go down the aisles together and I will continue showing you what I found. But of course, I'm going to do whole videos on what I actually purchased. Here I'm struggling to get a wood chest box out. These shelves were packed. I mean, guys, this is the most filled I have ever seen this store. Here I'm just looking at a little bag of, I'll call them trinkets or doodads. I sourced some cloisonne, I think that's how we say it, seashells, carved soapstone, just a little variety. And I do wind up putting this in my cart. So I am now filling cart number 3. This was a little agate stone, a slice, and that was a little like pillbox. I guess I should have put the camera down and just really taken a look at what I was trying to identify here. Let me just share what a challenge it is to follow the arrows on the floor, wear my mask, hunt for items for resale, and film for you guys. All the things, but I love it. This next clock caught my attention. I think this might be from the 70s. That was like beans in lucite. You know me, I love a good wood box. So as you can tell, I'm on the brown aisle. This is where I find most of my high dollar items. I have picked up pre-owned rock collections before, but I like to see that there's a great variety and that all the squares or cubicles in one of those clear plastic chests are filled in. So I will pick those up from time to time, and they do sell. Here I found a glass banana. If there would have been glass grapes, glass apple, I would have picked those up. A lot of times those will be made in Italy, the really nice ones. but I left the banana behind. These are boxes of toner. These look like vintage dumbbells, very heavy to ship. I don't think I will ever stop looking at coffee mugs, but I have stopped buying single mugs. As long as there's two, I consider it. Now this vase, this iridescent vase, was definitely something that was probably sold, how's that for a sure statement? Definitely probably sold at a dollar store or, you know, just an inexpensive store. I was finding quite a few pieces of this blue Asian ware pottery, and I really liked this cup for my personal use. I couldn't figure out what I would do with it, so I did leave it behind, because when I purchase things, I really have to have that set, you know, purpose for the item to bring it into the house. So I left it behind, but I was seeing quite a few of those pieces. Here is a Reproduction iron bank. $2.99. I believe this was made in China, and I really wanted to show it to you. Look at the painting on that face. Just to put all of that work into a coin bank and not put nice painting detail into it is crazy. There's a little souvenir plate. I could just imagine all of you guys saying, why is she passing everything up? But my cart was filled. They had so many good items. These tiles caught my attention. I love picking up beautifully painted tiles, and I've done quite well with them. This was a set of 3, and they were for the souvenir trade. This might have been a mistake on my part leaving those behind. I did not comp those, and I should have. I thought this vase was just beautiful. Cobalt blue. It was like a flask shape. I did wind up putting my phone down and looking at that Olympic Winter Games poster, and the comps were not there. Very low priced. And here I find the prize of the aisle. This is a gorgeous perfume bottle by Vandermark. Vandermark marks their items on the bottom. It's etched right in the glass. This is beautiful art glass. So if you find Vandermark, you really want to run comps on it and learn their signature. $1.99. Stunningly beautiful, no chips or cracks. I was thrilled. I couldn't believe I found that. So I will be sure to include that in one of the hauls so we can talk about that brand. I think right now I was just like in shock a little bit. I'm not saying it's going to bring hundreds of dollars, but that's a beautiful quality piece of art glass. So definitely check out Vandermark. These plates really had a nice mid-century modern pattern to it. I should say bowls, but I believe I left those behind. This shopping trip, I bought hundreds of items, so it's yet to be seen what I actually bought and what I put back, but we will work through the huge pile of stuff together. This is Meyer. I did run comps on Meyer. Now maybe I spelt it wrong when I was checking. I didn't find too many comps for Meyer, but I liked the shape of that casserole dish. Just checking out that little chicken. Love a good chicken. This was brand new Ultra Repair Cream, and I do put this in my cart because I didn't want to spend time researching it right there and then. So I did put it in my cart for a hot minute, but it wound up back on the shelf because the comps were very low. I believe you can just buy that on Amazon or probably in, I'm going to guess, maybe a Walmart. This little doll caught my attention, Native American. She looked a little starry-eyed there, so right there is a first clue. When dolls have a lack of expression in their eyes, I kind of feel that's my first clue that the doll is not a high-quality doll. So I wound up putting her back. I thought this baby picture, I think this is actually a mask. I think that had elastic on the back and you put that on. I thought that was quite funny. I've never seen that before. Right there, dimensions, see that? That was probably something I should have grabbed. That was a needlepoint kit, I believe. Here I'm looking at some individual ashtrays. They were vintage and I put those in my cart to consider them. And here I'm showing you what I drink. This is Starbucks green tea with honey, one of my favorite drinks from Starbucks, although I don't buy Starbucks a lot. Again, I really liked this vase. I didn't know how many people would find that attractive, so I did put that back. And this looks to be maybe a souvenir tea towel. Right now, I'm really trying to restock my store with higher profit capability items. So I felt this tea towel might bring $8 or $10. Some very heavy angel plaques. I have picked up Littlewood music boxes in the past, and I'm really not picking them up anymore. I thought he was very happy. These bud vases are very plentiful on eBay. If the stores did not have as much as this store had, I might have picked up that little fairy on a swing. You'd be surprised what those can bring. Sometimes they go for as much as $25 to $30, depending on the cute factor. But the store was so stocked that I did not pick her up this day. This was a wooden chest. Again, very heavy and very big, but I thought that had some profit capability if I wanted to ship something so large. This next divided dish is monkey pod. Some monkey pod pieces do well, but generally I don't pick them up. That ceramic ware was so heavy, and I didn't think that was attractive. When the shelves are this well stocked, it's very exciting because I know that I'm going to fill multiple carts, but at the same time, it really makes it a challenge even if I'm not filming, because your eye just, is all over the place. So I try to look at the shelves systematically. I read the shelves left to right mostly. I'll start with a 6-foot section and start at the top shelf, reading it left to right. Next shelf down, left to right. Now, in my own defense, I did pick up another cup like this, and I was considering this one and putting them together as a set, but for some reason I left that behind. I think at that point I forgot that I had the other one. The funny thing about this mannequin head is that somebody bought her right after I was looking at her. That might have been a mistake on my part. If the hair is good quality, of course it's fake hair, and people, training in the hairdresser profession use those heads. If you find a good quality one, I have sold those before and they do well. This is just a grouping of animal carved napkin rings. I just wasn't feeling it for some reason. This painting caught my attention, and yes, I do put my finger on it for a little bit just to see if there is texture, if it is a print, or if it is really done. But see right away how you see the staples on the edge of the canvas and that wood frame. Look at those staples. That is one of the first signs I look for of how a canvas is stretched onto the wood frame to see if it's quality or not. I don't think I've ever found a painting where it was stapled onto a frame and, it was a high quality piece. So almost always no to those. I'm kind of sorry I didn't buy this little wire basket. If that's still there, which it probably won't be, I might go back and pick that up. I really liked that. I might run out tonight. Tomorrow I'm catching a plane to Florida, but if that's still there, I will definitely get that little wire basket. I thought that was really sweet. And here I'm just taking a quick look at lamps and electronics. I went back and forth over these lamps like 3 times. I really loved this print here. So beautiful. And I wound up not getting them. This was a very fun lamp. I think that might be Target, I'm gonna guess, maybe even IKEA. So that ends the perusing of the shelves, and now let's get on to the haul to see what I actually picked up. Like I said, I've picked up probably about 2.5 cartloads. This is going to take, I'm going to say, 3 haul videos for just the hard goods. And I also picked up a cart of clothing. So 4.5 carts altogether. And now on to the haul. I must have, I don't know, hundreds of items here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick up things and show you, say what I think about it and tell you whether it's listed or not. So I'm going to switch the camera. Let me see if I can do this. Can I do that? See all of that over there? Those are all items that I've listed. Maybe I'll start and go back and forth, but I also have the table filled here. Lots of unique items. The store was fire, amazing. So I came in, first person in the door, their hours are 10 to 6, grabbed my cart, filled my cart to the brim. I'll insert a photo here. Probably within 20 minutes. And then the second cart was a little bit longer. Third cart, I got half a cart. So this trip, 2.5 carts, $300 and something, which is normal for me. That's not outrageous at all. I spend thousands of dollars on thrifting, and yes, I do save capital. So at any time, I hope this doesn't sound boisterous, I could spend $10,000 if I found something that would make great profit. That's what I'm about, because this is my business. I sow the money back into the business. Now, I do support myself. You know, I do a few things extra, but generally, that money goes into the bank for sourcing. Really important for me because I'm full-time eBay. So tomorrow, if I found something for $5,000 or $8,000, I could buy it. But it would have to be a sure thing, a sure thing. Generally, I probably pay between $3 and $5 for my items. So do I run out and buy $5,000 items? No, I never have. But that's a possibility because I always want to be ready. Okay, boy, I'm chatty a lot. And yeah, and I'm getting ready to head out, so definitely wanted to make this video. Let's get started. I'm just gonna grab things and we're gonna go for it. Ready, guys? Here we go. First item is Longaberger Baskets. Yep, I am still picking these up. They don't bring the money that they used to, probably 3 or 4 years ago, but I find they still sell. A little price sticker on a lot of the things is still on $2.99 for this little basket. And I love these baskets. Most of them will be marked on the bottom. And a lot of times you can look them up, what the basket is called. I believe all of the baskets have a name. So this one might be called mini handled, whatever. I can't even think of something now. But so first basket, $2.99. I'm expecting probably 15 to 18. But that might come down. Now, the baskets have a clear liner for those of you who don't know Longaberger, and they usually have a cloth insert. I only buy the ones that are in great shape, but these baskets are so well made, I very rarely find damage. Okay, so that's item number 1. I'm just gonna pull right from the top of the table. Good? Is that good, guys? Okay. Next up is a Michael Kors bag. Now, you know I don't pick up a lot of handbags because I try to avoid fakes. I never want to get a Vero on my store. But I saw this and I thought, gee, if I decide not to sell this, this is good for me. So this is what it looks like. And inside, there was an extra, I don't know, I think this is a separate bag. Whoop, there's my cha-ching. So I got this and this for $9.99, and like I said, I don't do a lot of handbags, and I have no idea what this is going to bring. I imagine maybe $40, $50, total guess. So Michael Kors, beautiful handbag, beautiful shape, and I said yes. All right, this is the wrong blouse to wear. I'm going to be playing with this. This is a blouse that I picked up at a thrift store a while ago. I've worn it before for you guys. It's a silk kimono blouse, and this is Tolani, T-O-L-A-N-I, in case anybody asks. And my earrings, once again, tassel earrings. I think I got these at TJ Maxx a while ago. I haven't been to TJ Maxx in months. Okay, keep going. You know this video is going to be crazy, right? All right, next up is this beautiful, I'm going to call it needlepoint. You guys are teaching me. Now this does have several different types of stitches. It has satin stitch. It has all different, you know, I guess they could be the same type of stitch, but they look a little bit different. The texture. How sweet is this? And it was framed in Pennsylvania. So I got this one, and hold on, I'm going to get the second one. And this one. Now they were banded together. This one is not my favorite. I think it's a little bit, I don't know, just not my favorite, but I got the two of them for $1.99. They were rubber banded together. I saw the $1.99 and I'm like, okay. I think maybe Goodwill Lancaster is really, I want to say pricing very fairly with some things very low. When I came in, the shelves were astonishingly packed. The other thrift stores I've been going to, York, oh, just on and on, Hanover, State College, those stores were very sparse. Goodwill Lancaster, that's my main store, packed to the brim. This day I mostly did hard goods, but I do have clothing also. We'll save that for another day. All right, so I paid $1.99 for the two, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to get for them. Most likely I'm going to keep the needlepoint in the frame this time because the frames are quite light, not a problem to ship. And I would imagine $25 a piece, maybe something like that. I think this one will bring less than the other one. All right, I'm gonna do big things. We'll get the big things off the table so I can get the other things over here. This next item was a whole lot of towel trays. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And truthfully, I have not gone through them. I just picked them up and put them in my cart. I paid $7, $6.99. And I believe these came off of TV trays. You know the stands that you would open up back in the day when people ate in front of their TVs on a special little tray stand? And I'm thinking that because the frames have holes. So see the holes right there? Let me see if I can get that in the camera shot. Ooh, they're heavy. But I looked at them and I said, the painting is so beautifully done. I'm going to grab these. I don't know what I'm going to get per tray, but I figured maybe I would even sell 2 of them, sell a pair, maybe a pair for, I don't know, 25. So if I got 7, right? Did I say 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, I paid like 85 cents a piece. So yes to towel trays. Okay, craziness, craziness. Next up, this is the heavy one, is this gorgeous clock. This was the first item I saw. When I saw this, I said, ooh, today's going to be a good day. Look at this clock. This is Howard Miller. You want to look up that name. And I call it a mantle clock. I've forgotten the other name for it. I know this too. My brain is filled. I am learning so much and running from one flea market to you know, a Goodwill to a community. I'm just all over the place. So forgive me if my brain is a little bit fried. I paid $5 for this clock. Now the clock does have a little bit of damage. It has a ding over here. I'm going to show that to you. Can you see that? If this was in pristine condition, I would expect $275 for this clock. But the condition that it's in, probably, I'm going to guess around the $150 mark, because these are really the centerpiece of the room. It's really like, ta-da, you know, beautiful clock. So the owners want the clock to be in good condition. And it also came with its key. Yay! Because a lot of times when you find these clocks, the keys are missing. So you always want to check inside if the key is present. And just beautiful. Look at the inlay. And that's what the back looks like. Like I said, $4.99 I paid. And pretty thrilled. I'm probably going to wind it up and check everything. And if there are any problems with it running, I will test that it keeps time correctly. At this price point, I do something like that. You can still sell it for parts and still get very good money. So let's say I wind it up and nothing happens. Say it's overwound and you know it doesn't work. I could probably still get, I'm going to say $75 for the clock not working, because a lot of people can fix clocks and a lot of people look for the parts to better made clocks. So absolutely for $5. All right, let's stay with clocks. I picked this clock up. This is Bulliver's Westminster. That's what that looks like. Very heavy in weight. Bulliver is a good name. Now it doesn't mean that every clock or every watch of Bulliver is going to bring big money, but I looked at this and I went purely by quality. I paid $4 for it. And again, I have not tested it. I have not wound it up or any of those things. It's got a little door in the back. Does this door open? Might be a screw. Ah, I got it. Okay, so it's a battery operated. So more modern, and it has a speaker, so that means it's a chiming clock. But for $4, say I can only get 20 for it, still worth it. Easy to ship and easy to list. So yes to Bulliver Westminster clock. All right, let's keep going. Next up, I saw this on the shelf. This is Obsession for Men, and you can tell that it's been used. Now, right now, it's my understanding that pre-owned used cologne cannot be sold on eBay unless it is like vintage or a collectible. So that's the story with that. So I don't know. I'm going to have to look into this if I'll put it on eBay. If not, I can sell this locally, $4 and gorgeous scent. Okay, what shall we do next? Let's do hats. Look at this fun hat. Oh my goodness. How great is this? This reminds me of the type of hat that a barbershop quartet would use. And again, I should know the name of this hat because I sell a lot of hats. I don't think I've sold a hat like this before. The thing that caught my attention was the faded banding. When you see banding that's lost its color like that, I mean, it could have been in a store window, but see that? That's showing age. And somebody wrote on it with pen, it says Mr. Bob. So I guess Mr. Bob owned this. I am gently going to try to get that out with hairspray and a little Q-tip and see. I will test it in a very small spot so I don't ruin the hat. And the inside says Stetson Select. So $1.99, and look at the age. So absolutely yes, I love this hat. I have no idea what this will bring. I couldn't tell you if this is going to bring 30 or 130. I haven't done research yet, but I know to pick it up. Okay, so I just turned on my central air, so if you hear like a fan kick on, it is too hot under these lights today. I am not going to film a whole video with no air conditioning, so if you hear a motor running, my air is pretty quiet, but that's what it is. We'll just put up with it so I don't melt away. Okay, next up is this gorgeous painting. Yep, somebody painted that. What? I should someday like grab a piece of paper and seriously try to draw this just so we can have a good laugh of how untalented an artist I am. But this was hand painted by T. Odom, O-D-U-M. Gorgeous. And it looks like it's just painted on a piece of barn board maybe. Looks like there's age to it. I don't see any date to it. And I have this listed. I couldn't even tell you what I have this listed for. I did pay, what did I pay for this? $2.99, so I paid $3. And what did I list this for? I'm gonna guess $40 to $50 because this is hand painted, just gorgeous. This person is very talented. So I said yes to this and put this in my cart right away. Okay, and next I'm gonna show you eagles. Whenever anything has an eagle on it, whether it's a motorcycle jacket or a painting, artwork, needlepoint, plaques for the wall, I always take a look at it. Eagles do very well in my store, anything with an eagle. So the first one is this eagle, beautiful. And this is put out by Sexton, S-E-X-T-O-N, USA. It's vintage and it's metal. It's just a cast metal. I don't think it's like brass or anything like that. And that's about all I have to say about it. Very good condition. You can see he's holding the crest. And I believe I paid, see, I took the stickers off the ones I listed because you have to photograph them. I believe $3. So yes to eagle number 1. And right behind him, I found eagle number 2 is this guy. Now this is put out by a company which I've purchased this brand before, Burwood. B-U-R-W-O-O-D. Hope the camera can focus on that. And this is like a plastic resin that's meant to look like wood. Really pretty. And if you guys remember last year when I went down to Florida for something, I think I just went for the weekend in April just to get away for a little while, I did a little thrifting and found a hand-carved eagle quite like this. Again, I'll try to insert a photo. Well, Lisa will try to insert a photo. She's gonna hate me. And that was hand carved, and I left that with my daughter Mellissa down there because I didn't want to bring it on the plane. It was quite large. And if I remember correctly, what did that bring? Like, I hate to say and be wrong, I'm gonna say 125. Yep, and I only paid a couple of dollars for it. So eagles are very well loved. So yes to eagle number 2, and he's in my store already. Guys, forgive me, sometimes you'll say to me, hey Karen, you didn't say how much you were gonna get or how much. With hundreds of items pouring into the house, I lose track a little bit, but I'm gonna guess probably, I hate to guess, because then if I guess low and it's high or opposite, I don't know. Check out my store. The link is in the description below. If you guys are new to YouTube, next to the video, there will be an arrow to your right, it should be. It's just a little gray arrow. If you hit that arrow, a description box opens up and it'll have a link to my store, a link to my daughter Melissa's store, and all the information that you would want, my email in case you want to write to me, all the good stuff. So YouTube could have made that a little bit clearer. Let me tell YouTube how to run their platform. Okay, and now I'm going to run in the other room and get the third eagle. Hang on. Okay, you ready for this? I don't know why I'm coming to the camera. I'm only going to have to back up. Look at this great eagle. How wonderful is this? Now this is printed. It's not needlepoint, it's not crewel work, it's none of those things, not embroidered. This is printed on I'm gonna say it's like a muslin. It's not linen. Burlap, could be considered a burlap, and it does have a little bit of damage, if you can see there. But I said absolutely yes to this. Now this, I haven't decided yet, probably going to keep it in the frame, most likely, because it's a good frame with it, and sell it locally and on eBay local pickup. I do use eBay local pickup probably for about, I'm going to say maybe 10 things at a time. It is a challenge because a lot of eBay buyers don't realize that they are buying something that's not going to be shipped. I feel eBay doesn't make that clear enough. I have spoken with a few eBay representatives about that. I was like, hey guys, we really need a big thing that comes on the screen when somebody's going to purchase something where it says, like, hey, do you realize the seller's not going to ship this to you? You need to pick this up. Because a lot of times I have to cancel the sale, which is not really a problem if they've made a mistake and they're in like California. I'm in Pennsylvania. But just know that PayPal does not give your fees back, and I believe it's 3%. So if you sell a $100 item to somebody who cannot locally pick it up, the first thing they're going to do is try talking you into shipping it. And the whole reason I picked local pickup was because I didn't want to ship it, but more so I lose the 3%. Now it's only $3 on 100, not horrible, but if that continually happens, you can lose quite a bit of money. So if you do local pickup, if you're a seller that decides to try local pickup option for your larger items, my best advice is put in the title local pickup only, or in the description. Write it a couple of times so that when the person is looking at the listing, it's really clear to them. You could even make a little sign that says local pickup only and put that as photo number 2 so that they're realizing, oh, this person's not going to ship this item to me. I wish more people got that hint. Anyway, eagle number 3, there we go. And I believe it's vintage. Looks vintage to me, but I'm not positive. Okay, I ran out of battery juice. That means I'm talking a lot. The next item that I want to show, I picked up 3 of. These are scallop patchwork shams, Pottery Barn, new in package. Now they were normally $22, and as you can see, I paid 5. 1, 2, 3. Almost always yes to Pottery Barn. Yes, absolutely yes, all of the time if it's new in package. So that was the next item. Off the top of my head, between 22 and 25, I think I'll get for those. All right, what else? These next glasses were really interesting, and I got a set of 2, 4, 6, 8. These are 10-year Dow Jones Industrial Average printed glasses. Thought those were great fun. Now, do I love shipping glasses? Not really. No maker's mark that I see. Am I looking right at it? I don't see. But like I always say, I put my big girl pants on because I thought these were good. I might break these up into 2 sets of 4. Most likely I will, because I'm not over the moon happy about shipping 8 breakable glasses. And 4 of them, very well padded, will fit nicely in the priority large box, and I won't have worries. As I shared before, quite a few of my items, quite a few, 5 in the past 3 weeks, 5 weeks. So 5 in 5 weeks of my items have broken. Did I say that right? I have shipped 5 things in the past 5 weeks, and they got damaged. So I'm really being conscious and cautious of shipping smaller amounts of breakables together, if that makes sense. Not that I've changed doing anything. If anything, I'm beefing up my packaging material. If you guys have bought from me, sometimes you'll receive a box and there's a lot of packing, fill, peanuts and whatever. I want to make sure my items get there safely. So my one concern is that the buyer reuses, you know, this product, this packaging material, so that we can save the planet a little bit, at least, do our part. Okay. So what did I pay for these cups? These glasses, I paid $5 for a set of 8. And altogether, I would expect, if these are common, less. But if there aren't too many of these, and I sold the 8 together, well over $100. But for 4 of them, I'm probably going to charge probably $44 to $48 for 4, something like that. And yeah, that's what they look like. Very cool. I'm just grabbing whatever's catching my attention. So there's no rhyme or reason today. We're just flying by the seat of our pants because I am leaving in 5 minutes, jumping in the car. I'm going to have my car detailed and its checkup and all of that. I try to get all of that done in a day. And yeah, just my days are packed. I'm sure yours are too. Now that things are starting to open up, you know, to accomplish everything we haven't been doing, I'm trying to relax about it. And Wednesday I fly out to Florida, very excited for my last dental appointment to have my final teeth. So my mouth will look different, my speech will be different, but you guys love me. I know you'll put up with me. And of course you'll leave comments on you liked the old teeth better or my speech is off, what's wrong? I gotcha, it's all good. Anyway, 4 cups, plastic tumblers. The first one is butterflies. These are definitely vintage, $1.99 for the 4. This is what the next one looks like, very retro. And there is a name on these. I'm gonna have to get the glasses. And these are the other 2. I love this one. Very mod, psychedelic. And oh, I have glasses. I have glasses, I have my act together. Okay, who puts this out? This is Deka, D-E-K-A, Elizabeth, New Jersey. I know Deka puts out, I'm gonna say, don't quote me on this, like maybe Disney cups. You know, they were a big cup maker. I don't know if they're still making cups, but $2 for 4 cups. That means they're 50 cents a piece. I will keep them together and probably sell them depending on their rarity. I'll probably start them around the $35 to $40 mark. Yep, because somebody's going to remember these from their childhood. And if there aren't a lot on, you can command a higher price. All right, let's do 1 or 2 more things and then I have to scoot and we will do part 2 of the haul, which the majority of the items over there, like I said, you have not seen and they are listed. So if you want a sneak peek before I do the haul, you can go into my store and just sort by newly listed and all the items that I've been listing. I think I got 40 listings on yesterday. Yep, 40, so that was a good day. Yeah, let's do 1 or 2 more things and I'll stop chatting. Do we believe me? Okay, next up is Spartina, which is a handbag. I think they do totes. I don't know what else they do. So that's what the front looks like. Now I saw this in the handbag section of Goodwill, which I will peruse once in a while. I don't do a lot of handbags. I'm gonna say I do more wallets, totes, rather than handbags. No, I still right now in my inventory, I'm gonna guess probably have 30 or 40 handbags. It's not something I gravitate towards. This is the shoulder strap. Looks like really great condition. It has the silica gel packet, tissue paper, and $7 I paid for it. There is the price. And Spartina is a good name. So I'm gonna guess, this is Hilton Head, South Carolina. Really cute for summer. I'm gonna guess probably about $50 for this. I could be wrong on that because I haven't sold a lot of Spartina, but I knew to pick it up for that price. All right, what else? What can we do last to make it special? We will end this video with a big giant thing that I always say I'm not gonna pick up any more of. Boy, I don't listen to myself. Have you noticed that? I'm like this person, type A, hard, fast rules, and then all the rules go out the window. But that's what makes it fun, you know, until I have to ship it. This morning I had to ship fireplace tools. And they were like these black wrought iron 1,000-pound fireplace tools. That's what I woke up to Monday morning. I'm like, ugh. But got it done. Lots of packing peanuts and stuff there. Bubble wrap. All right. I'm going to lift a lamp, see if I can hold this for more than 10 seconds. It is heavy. Okay. So I was in the store for 5 minutes and found this beautiful lamp. This is what the shade looks like. I'm trying to spin it. You know what? I'm going to see if I could take this shade off because there's a couple things I want to talk about. Now, this is not super high-end. This shade, I'm going to guess this lamp is made in China. This is a more contemporary, you know, it's a reproduction. And the top has a little bend, which I'm going to show you. I think it can be bent out. But for the price I paid, how can you walk by it? And this I will sell local. I'm not shipping this. For real, for real, for real. I'm not shipping this. I'm gonna be 60. Can I please just start selling socks or postcards? Okay. So right off the bat, I'm gonna show you the top. See how that top cap has a little bit, well, quite a bit damage. It was bent in. I'm not quite sure if that can be bent out. There's no permanent damage to it. It's not creased, it doesn't look like, and no holes. But look at this shade. Just beautiful. So I said yes to it. What did I pay for this? I paid nothing, guys. $10. So that's high for me. But whoop, I said absolutely yes, I will take that lamp. Just screwing on this stem again so I can put this on safely. That's what the inside looks like. And the way I knew this was from China, modern made, reproduction, right off the bat were these panels here. See these panels? A true antique Tiffany light. You wouldn't see these panels like this. Now you might see inset panels, but these are kind of like just, I don't know what to call them. They're not hand painted. They're not of the quality of a vintage or antique Tiffany light. It's a more modern look. But the rest of it is beautiful. This is all slag glass, stained glass, just pretty. So I said yes to this for $10. And probably, do I have this on? I don't have this on yet. I will probably put this on Facebook Marketplace. What will I ask for this? I'm thinking, depending on if I can fix that bend in the top cap, I will probably ask, I'm going to say $150, and then I'll accept like a low 100, something like that, because this I just want to move. I don't want to get caught with too many lamps. Right now I think I have about, don't quote me on this, about 4 or 6 in inventory. I have been selling them. They are slow movers because the person has to want that exact lamp, and yeah, and lamps are a little bit pricey, so it's not just like picking up, you know, a vase or something cheap. Okay, so that is video number 1. From this haul, I will probably do, I'm going to say 3 hauls. That's how much stuff I have. Plus I have a rack of clothing, so 3 hard good hauls. Just crazy. And now I have to fly out to Florida, and I'm like, feel like I'm missing all the stuff at the store. But I know that people have been donating all through this pandemic. So when did we get shut down? I think it was the first week of March, and here we are in June. I think I can take a few days off and go get my teeth done and come back and get right back into the thick of things. So thanks so much for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy these kind of hauls, and go out and get what's yours.